Hi guys, it's Denise and welcome to episode 2 of my Let's Plant series. I've decided to call this Let's Plant Succulents because I plant a lot of other things, so I want to be able to say let's plant peperomia or let's plant air plants. So I guess that doesn't really make sense, but anyway, so I'm going to call this my Let's Plant Succulent series. This week it was super rainy and I was also really busy, so it was a little bit of a challenge on when I was going to get outside to film. That being said, I've learned a lot this week and yeah, I also learned to get a plan because I started out not knowing really what I was going to do, and then I definitely figured out what I should be doing and got on it, and I got quite a bit of stuff done. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the episode. Thank you so much for choosing to watch this. Please don't click away. And yeah, let's just get to it. All morning today we had tons of rain. It was just pouring down, and then it got sunny while I was busy, and now I just checked the weather and it's supposed to be thunderstorms again all afternoon and evening. So I've moved my plants. Okay, so I've moved my plants out of the rain. Just some of the containers, I had some rot issues, so I really do not want them rained on. Also, I'm trying my best to collect rainwater, and it's not really working considering it did rain quite a bit this morning. If anyone has any suggestions, I'm going to try to hang some stuff off the balcony. I mean, there's only so many options when you are living in an apartment. So before it gets too wet out here, this is a perfect opportunity to show you guys how far the rain comes in on my balcony. It does depend what direction's blowing in, and I mean, it's come a lot further than this, and it just started, but this whole area gets wet for sure. Usually it comes about up to here, so I have my cacti just, oh my gosh. I don't know how to show this, but it is just freaking pouring. Oh my goodness. So I have a feeling this is going to turn into a thunderstorm, so I'm going to go inside, just making sure there's no other plants I want to move. I put my Venus flytrap here to get some rainwater, so I hope that that's okay, actually. I'm kind of worrying now. Maybe I'll put him a little closer to the edge. Or, oh my goodness. Okay, see guys, the rain comes all the way in the balcony. I'm so glad I ended up being outside right now. I'm going to have to quickly go move some succulents because they're still going to get wet. So, you know what? It's raining everywhere, so I'm just going to leave everything where it is. And oh my goodness. Hopefully I can collect some of this rain. Oh my, oh my. It's the next day and I can officially say this did not work whatsoever. It was pouring. Yeah, there is nothing in here, so I guess that's a no. I am in my bedroom, and this, I guess I should back up, is an old shower caddy that I think has some serious potential to be used as a plant stand outside. Not a plant stand, a hanging plant hanger? Does that make sense? I don't know, but this is definitely the plan for the day, guys. I'm gonna get all of this stuff off of here, find somewhere else for my odd bag of socks, and then I'm gonna find some plants and let's see if we can make some magic happen. Probably not, but let's hope. So it's not really ideal until I get a single metal hook, but I do think that it's going to work for now. And I actually think I have some plant pots that are gonna look perfect. One of them is actually outside, so let me go get that. Yes, okay, I really like that. I do have to keep it in the middle right now so everything stays balanced, but I have a bunch more of those same pots and I think it'll look really good. Also, I mean, there's grates everywhere, but there's shampoo bottle holes, and I just think it's neat. And I can hang things from here, put something here. Oh my goodness, okay, this is a fun succulent project of the day. So today's creative flow is being interrupted by my lovely cactus here. It's the one that's doing all the crazy stuff up at the top. It's been 3 or 4 months and I still have no idea what all that business is. Still can't find any information online, nor does anyone seem to know. So for now, I'm not touching it. I'm just going to let it do its thing because that's what it would do in the wild, I'm guessing. This brown gunk showed up like a month ago and I don't know what it is. It's odorless, it's very sticky, and every time it rains or it gets humid outside, it just continues to make its way down the pot. So for that reason, and because I have roots coming out the bottom of this, very hard to see right now, and some have dried up, but it's drying out real quick and I have roots. So I'm going to repot into this pot. It's a little bit too big, so I'm kind of apprehensive, but it should be okay. I'll just watch the watering. Rick, we just started. You don't already want to go back in, do you? You want? No? Okay, well this is Mummy's area. Mummy cleared over there for you. Okay, just a minute. So it's getting really bright out here and I have a sinking suspicion that today is gonna be really, really, really hot outside. Anyways, I'm gonna attempt to film. This isn't really awkward. Okay, stop. Okay. All right, take 10. I put on some pants when I realized that this was going to be a crotch shot video, and also some socks for those anti-feet people. And yeah, let's get potting. So this is a mix of this brand of cactus and succulent soil. Also there is perlite, a lot of it. The end of the bag perlite, so you know, not the best perlite. And a little bit of vermiculite that was just left in this, to tell you the truth, from something else. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and put some soil at the bottom, set that aside, and I wish this was in a plastic pot for the sole reason of being able to squish the cactus out, but I find the benefits of the clay and the terracotta kind of outweigh the convenience because you don't repot that often. So what I am going to do first is check the hole. Okay, so this plant has a very large hole, so I'm able to get a chopstick and push up on the screen mesh that I put in there. That is actually another benefit of putting the screen mesh. Oh, I didn't show you, but it's on the bottom of this pot too. And I'll show you why it's awesome. You can use the chopstick, and this plant should be very dried out. Yep. I hope you guys can see this. You can literally just push up the whole root system. Like, the whole thing just comes up in a clump, just like it would if you're using the plastic pot. So, once I've done that, then I'm going to let the cactus know what I'm doing. I'm just repotting you. I don't mind if you prickle me a little bit. I'm going to try to be really gentle. And look at that, guys. You know you have a healthy root system? Well, one of the ways, when you get this. That's great. That's awesome to see. Okay, so that, yep, got a bunch of those, so we should probably take those out and just continue. It's okay. I understand this is stressful for you. Okay, covered here. I'm good to go. Okay, I know I'm in frame. I hope. Oh, the struggle's real, guys. Okay, so back to finally planting my cacti here. Let's just throw that leg over there. I did get the prickles out, no problem. So now what I'm going to do, Andrew asked me why I was in there. Why don't you just put your cactus gloves on? And I said, I want to be one with the plant. So unless I have to, I don't. I'm not going to. That might be crazy, but I like to feel the dirt and feel my plants and have that kind of connection. Although not so much with an opuntia, right? So I'm just holding an area where the prickles can't get me. This is the root ball. It's positioned in the middle of the pot, and I'm just going around the pot, and I'm going to fill in the entire outside. And now I don't even have to use my hand. I'm turning the pot really slowly so that it kind of stays where it is. And yeah, I'm sure you guys know how to pot a cacti. If you don't, I will link to my repotting my opuntia video here, up there. Okay, so I have kept the soil level at the same level. You always want to make sure you do that. You don't want to bury parts that were previously exposed. They might be susceptible to rot. And I'm just pressing down just lightly, like you just want to kind of push a little bit of the air out of there, but without compacting too much of the soil. And then I like to tap and done. I'm not going to water him today. This soil does have a lot of moisture in it, and we are having potential thunderstorms later, although if you guys can see the sky, it is so clear, so I'm not sure that that's happening anymore. But yeah, that's my beautiful cactus repotted, and now I can move on with my other plants. Actually, you know what? I think I've decided that I've been all over the place this week. At first, I was going to try to move my table and move all my succulents into the center of the balcony just to chase the sun. But now I'm thinking, and I'm going to do this to the hanging planter, but now I'm thinking I have some succulents that could really, really use to be repotted, and it's probably better that I do that first and take care of the things that need to be done and then move on to what I want to do. So this was number one, and let's see what else I can find. Don't want to forget his crystal, her crystal. She's had that one since I brought her home, and I put it in there just for some protection or just for some positive energy, and I've just left it in ever since. I like to use citrine with my cacti. I don't know why. There's no reason behind that whatsoever. So let's just move this, and I'm just gonna move this big boy there. There we go, very cute. Also, we're sharing. I pulled this out of my succulent and cacti mix. This is like a log. This thing is huge. No. I don't even know if that would just, could you imagine trying to put that into a 2-inch pot or a 4-inch pot? No, that doesn't make much sense. There was really zero thought process involved with this one, guys. I bought these portulacas 2 weeks ago, and they are well overdue for a repot. I have been deadheading them, so they're growing like, ooh, I guess that one wasn't ready, but so they're growing flowers like crazy and spreading out. So I think it's time that I make my little portulaca garden for my grandpa's memory. And what I'm going to use for that are these 2 portulacas. Oop. That was me almost falling over. This bottom gray planter that I have drilled holes into. And then finally, I'm going to use these rocks that are from my parents' house, the house that I grew up in that they no longer live in. And I just thought that'd be a nice touch as well. So for this video, I think I'm going to just create this off camera and pop in every so often just to show you my progress. And yeah, I just think that'd be easier. And I also haven't figured out the whole music part yet. So a whole bunch of slow-mo me planting would probably be a little bit boring. Okay, so I think I'm gonna kind of try to figure out where I want the rocks first. I used these in this last year and they were really cool. They worked really well. I didn't have drainage, but all the plants survived. Sorry, I got distracted. I forgot there was this cool sort of thing there. So I'm gonna put one here. Okay. So before planting these guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick off anything that looks dead, as well as just deadhead the buds that are all done to encourage new buds to open. If you tug and it doesn't feel like it wants to come, stop pulling, because that means it's not ready. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm kind of glad I decided to do what needed to be done and not what I necessarily wanted to do first, because oh my gosh, look at that, guys. It basically was just roots. That's crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and fix this problem. Oh, so much potential. So I've made a huge mess and I've also made a success. Ha ha ha. Anyways, I've positioned the rocks where I think I would like them. I still need to add some more soil mixture around the front. Unfortunately, the flowers are getting a little dirty, but that's okay. I have kind of just like a little trail here, and at the back, the ones from my parents' house. And this mimics where, like, it was a very rocky environment at my trailer. It was actually like a trailer slash cottage deal, and it was on Picnic Island in Georgian Bay, and that's in Ontario, and it was just a part of the Canadian Shield. So you'd have rocks absolutely everywhere, and these guys were growing out of the rocks. So I'm trying to kind of mimic the feel of being there when I was a child and the memories I have in this arrangement. So I'm just going to finish it up and I'll show you what the finished result is. Okay guys, here's the somewhat finished result. Not a lot of room on my balcony, so I'm kind of leaning over the edge in order to get this shot. I have these white trays, which fits this absolutely perfectly, so I won't be getting water everywhere when I water. And I've started the process of putting some pebbles in between the the rocks of the walkway, so it kind of reminds me of the beach where we were. And yeah, I just love it. I think it looks great. Unfortunately, as I said, the flowers, as soon as you start damaging them a little bit, they're gonna die. But this plant is constantly pushing out new ones, so I have to repot it. What can you do, right? So that is my little portulaca garden for my grandpa. And I think if I can find a picture, I'll go ahead and insert one here of me and my grandpa. He was awesome. He did all his gardening with only one arm, and yeah. So I thought that there was a picture of me and my grandpa in this frame, but it turns out there isn't. So I'll just show you some little Denise. There I am with my hamster. There I am with a cow I felt sad for, and a kitty. Yes, I think this one really captures my personality. So what do you guys think? Does it look good just for starters? I'm definitely gonna add some little touches to make it remind me even more of Picnic Island. And check out this, right behind this rock, I've hidden the tags. So I do still have them and they're not disrupting the vibe of the arrangement. So it's time for me to get some lunch. I've been outside for a few hours now, probably 3 hours. Well, the sun was out, it's starting to look a little cloudy. Never mind guys, sun is back out. And as you can see by my squinty face, I'm gonna go grab some lunch and we'll see if we can do more planting. I'm also gonna check because it looks like I might be getting a little bit of sunburn. We'll see. Good morning guys. It is so hot in Oakville, Southern Ontario today. Ridiculous. Like it's like 40 degrees. I don't know. I'm crazy for being outside planting, but I only have today and then that's it for the week, so I need to get as much stuff done as possible. Plan for today is to plant to continue planting the things that need to be planted. So anything that is still in a grow pot or a plug, or I do have a bunch of plants that have seriously outgrown the pots they're in. So I'm focusing on that, and I'm hoping that it stays nice and sunny. It's supposed to thunderstorm soon, so I don't know, fingers crossed. Also, I'm hoping I have time to put up something very special on the balcony today. If not, I'll put it in next week's, but I gotta get to work. So I got an early start this morning planting. I've got a bunch of clay pots outside ready to go. Soil. One of the things I'm hoping to plant up today is this giant donkey's tail sedum. I watched, who was it? Ashley at Succulent Alchemy. I watched her video on tips and tricks on how to repot these types of plants, and I am hoping to use some of her tricks today. So we'll see if I get to that. And also, let me show you guys. Okay, glasses off so I can see what I'm doing. That is the portulaca garden that I made. Flowers look very beautiful today. They've all popped out and are blooming away. And I added, okay, sorry, one second guys. I just need to turn this so I can see it too. Okay, so I've added rocks all in along the little trail, and then some sand over by the bigger rocks. I really like it. It really gives off the vibe of being up at my trailer. It's awesome. And also, this little setivaria that Ray gave me, oh, that's shaky. It decided to jump right out of its pot yesterday, so I've nudged it in there up against the rock, and so far so good. It actually looks happy there. It's only been one day though, so I'm monitoring it. And I think that's what I'll do. I'm just gonna put a couple succulents here or there if something falls out of a pot, or if I feel like it would be a good match, and it'll just slowly fill up over the season. I'm hoping some of these get pollinated so I can get some seeds, and then I can grow the plants again next year. Okay, my goodness, let's see. So there's been some changes down here. First off, you'll see the giant flower arrangement is gone. Saw my dad for Father's Day yesterday, and he just loved it. So he took that home, and they have tons of bright light, so it will be able to get so much more light. As you can see, there's not a lot of light there right now, and hopefully it'll flourish. So I have decided, what the heck, and lugged out one of my IKEA plant stands. Definitely made for inside the house, but it was $39.99. It wasn't like a break the bank thing, and I can always just refinish it if it gets ruined. So I have sedums up there, sempervivum and sedums, and more sedums and sempervivums. These ones are starting to look just beautiful. And I promised you guys that I would show you an update on these guys that I planted in last week's episode. As you can see, I say that a lot, so I almost stopped. I'm trying to stop saying that, but as you can see, there's a lot of chicks that are about to kind of come away from mommy and start looking like their own little chick. And the ones that I just stuck in, honestly, I don't know where they are. They're all still alive. I guess that's one there. I can't really tell the difference anymore. It's just filled in so nicely. And I think for now I'm just gonna leave it in this pot. If it looks like it needs to be replanted this season, I will, but otherwise I like it. And yeah, I also repotted my lavender. Just one sec, guys. So that's not great, just seeing my pile of junk behind it, but I mean, that will be gone very, very soon. So I repotted the lavender into a much larger container, and oh my goodness, it's so much happier. It's only been like this for 2 days, and I can already tell that it's happier. So that is great, and I've had this for years. Someone put out a plant in the garbage when I lived in Toronto, and it was in this pot. The plant ended up dying. It was in horrible shape, but the pot lives on, and it's just perfect for my lilac. So over here, I put my Echeveria Afterglow into a much larger pot. It was in something so small, and we've upgraded. I just did that this morning, so it's in the shade because the heat's ridiculous and I feel bad planting it when it's this hot, but it is much cooler and breezier over here. What else is an update here? I've moved a peperomia outside and it seems really happy. I moved my peperomia Happy Beans, which is very succulent-like, and I have it in full shade, but very bright light, and it looks great. And there's the cactus I potted up yesterday, 2 days ago. My mom really liked this one yesterday when she saw it. There's been no further damage on this guy, but the damage is still there that happened. And these two would like more sun, I know it, so I need to make room for that. Okay, so it is really, really hot. I need to get back to planting a couple more things. I'm kind of trying to rush to get it done before the rain, so I will show you guys what I have done after. I hope you guys can hear me over the lawn maintenance work. But I have my Sedum Desphilium minor all potted up here. I have it in the shade again because I just potted it up and it's quite hot, but I can't wait to see when this gets more sun, the purplish color that will come out. Definitely not showing up right now. And this isn't very exciting, but I just added this sedum here in with these guys. So it is really, really hot and I'm pushing through. Next up, I have to deconstruct this. I do not want to. However, that shot's not working. Oh, there we go. Okay. So the Echeveria in the middle, I originally thought it was a Lilacina, and now I just have no idea what it is. That one does not like the sun. So I should probably get it out of the sun. This guy needs more sun. This is Echeveria subtilis, and then over here I have a Pacuvaria that needs a lot more light, although it was burning. So I don't know what to do with it. It burned, but now it's stretching. So these all have different needs. It looks gorgeous, but we can always redo it. It's better to give the plants what they want, right? Okay, so let's get this planted up, and then I think it's break time. And this would be the mess that I'm sitting in. I'm pretty sure I am crazy at this point. And now I need to make some more soil up because I need to mound this guy properly, and I am just shy of the amount that I need. So yeah, time to go grab that and bring even more dirty stuff outside. Oh my goodness. Can you guys see that sweaty? Oh my gosh, I'm so sweaty. Oh my goodness. That is a lot of sweat. That is a lot of sweat. Okay. Wow, it's hot. Let's go check what the temperature actually is. When you can't even get to the weather because of the severe heat warning and thunderstorm watch, you know it's gotta be hot. So let me just see if I can get out of this. Okay, that's officially how crazy I am, guys. It feels like 42 degrees, and let's see if we can get humidity. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Nope, no humidity, but I'm willing to bet that it is extremely humid out right now. So yes. What am I watching? Oh, I'm watching Maria's video. New cactus and succulent update. Okay, so that's what I'm going to finish watching during my break to get out of this 42 degree weather. Oh man, this is crazy. Okay guys, again I apologize about the noise. It is very busy. Excuse me. But I have finished all the potting that I'm going to do for today. It's just getting ridiculously hot out and we're getting really close to thunderstorm time. So I changed my mind and pulled this plant out of the clay pot that I had it in. This way it'll have a lot more room. And I threw in some kalanchoes behind there. They also do not like the direct sun. So I plan on putting quite a few more succulents in here. I just didn't want to do it today because I really want to plan out what goes in. So I showed you that one and that one. So this plant was actually in with the big one over there, and I decided to plant it with what I think is the exact same plant. I think that this is also an Echeveria subtilis, and then this is an Echeveria blue frills. That one's just a baby, so hopefully it has some room to grow in. Just a baby. And then finally, I put the Pacaveria in its own pot. I did break off a leaf by accident, so I'm hoping it will just grow some roots there. And this one, I'm not sure exactly what type of lighting it's gonna need, so I thought put it in a pot by itself. That way I can move it around and really figure out what this individual plant needs. So it has been potted with the other guys since I got it, and I think it's time to treat it right, if you guys know what I mean. Oh, I just got sweat in my eye. Whew. I have all of this mess to clean up. Oh, just like showing that it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There's a lot of work that goes into this stuff. All right, let's get cleaning. So without a minute to spare, I think the storm is about to hit. The wind has really picked up, and yeah, I think any minute now. I cannot believe how close I came to being absolutely dumped on. I would say less than a minute. That is just crazy how fast the storm rolled in. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. I'd also like to say thank you so much for your ongoing support. I really love the plant fam here on YouTube. You guys are awesome. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe and hit the little notification bell. Next episode should be out in a week and a half, something like that. And that's all. I hope you guys have a really great day. Take care. Bye. Keep looking over there because somebody's in there. Creeper, stop watching. Go away. You watch the videos later, mister. No spoilers for you.